Salute to NBA Nation on this Sunday evening, afternoon, wherever you guys are at. The thriller in Manila, the bronze medal game between Team Canada and Team USA. The game that nobody was awake to see live. Well, this one went to the north. 127 to 118. Team Canada, led by the superstar, Dillon Brooks, and the real superstar, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and our guy, RJ Barrett, man, sent their team home with the bronze medal. And for Team USA, they are coming back to the United States with nothing. Goose egg, stones. We got to talk about it, man. Lock in another edition of the NBA Report and the Knicks Fan TV simulcast, the final episode of our FIBA World Cup coverage. Hit that like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel. Your boy CP the Franchise here, solo dolo. Let's talk about it. All right. Salute to everybody in the chat, wherever you guys are watching. NBA Report, Knicks Fan TV. Salute to you guys. Always appreciate you guys tapping in with your boy. I know some of you guys are watching football. It is football Sunday. So this will be a rapid fire show. I'm going to get back and watch the games. The games so far have been pretty lackluster. For you Giants and Jets fans, you know what time it is. It's all about the Sunday night and Monday night football games. But for now, we'll get through, what, if you want to call this football, what we're watching in week one. So far, it's been a boring one. But anyway, USA and Canada, the matchup everybody was looking for, the thriller in Manila. The Dollar Tree thriller in Manila, if you will. And with Canada shooting out and leading by as much as 13 points, USA was able to clap back. But this one really came down into the final minutes. And the final minutes were quite entertaining. The USA finds themselves down by 4 points. You got Mikal Bridges at the line. Hits one. Intentionally misses the second. Gets the tip-out rebound and hoists up a corner three for the ages to send this one into overtime. But that was all she wrote for the United States in terms of excitement and their chances. Because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Dillon Brooks were brilliant for this entire game and hit dagger after dagger after dagger to send the USA home packing with nothing. Excellent job by Team Canada. Excellent tournament run by Team Canada. And their guys were absolutely brilliant, man. You know what? Dillon Brooks had a team high for Canada with 39. But I got to start this thing with SGA, with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Watching this kid play on this stage through Canada's run, cool, calm, collected, the poise. We've seen this as NBA fans, NBA watchers. But just seeing him operate and shredding this Team USA defense was something to watch. 31 points for Shai, 11 of 20 from the field, 8 of 8 from the charity stripe, 12 assists, 6 rebounds. Superstar performance. We heard from our guy Arash Madani, who covers Team Canada for Sportsnet, who we talked about the fact that this is a mega star in our midst. Put some respect on his name. And for this reason, he took our best shots and sliced us up. When I mean our best shots, they had Mikal Bridges guarding them, cooked them. And Mikal Bridges is one of the best wing defenders in the NBA. Top 3, however you want to slice it. Might be probably number 1 in my book. Best wing defender in the NBA. No problem for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They sent the double teams at him. He would find Dillon Brooks knocking down 3 after 3. They would send more doubles at him. He would anticipate the double coming and immediately attack the basket and make something happen. Cerebral game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. If you enjoy the game, if you enjoy basketball, watch that performance today. Spectacular. I talked about it on this show. You can't speed him up. He marches to the beat of his own drum. He's able to change speeds, change directions with smooth and cunning. Man, excellent performance by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And then you had Dillon Brooks, because off of most of the USA's double teams, Shai's dumping it off to Dillon Brooks, and he's making a play. He's knocking down threes, or he's attacking the basket, or he's attacking the mismatches, which a lot of times was either Austin Reeves or Jalen Brunson. Let's keep it a buck. Those were the two weakest links on Team USA's defense, and team after team went right at them. USA likes to switch a lot. A lot of times they were trying to get Brunson and Reeves in the post or just on a mismatch where they could burn them one-on-one. A lot of times. And that they were able to use that to their advantage. Dillon Brooks, a game-high 39 points, 12 of 18 from the field, 7 of 8 from downtown, and 5 assists. Mississauga's own came to deliver, and he did. He talked about before the game, after the game, how much he was getting hyped for this game. He wanted to put on for his country. He wanted to fight for his guys. And it's hard to mentally prepare for a game when you're out of the gold medal running for both teams. But for Team Canada, man, give him credit. They stuck with it. Dillon Brooks was a leader in that regard. And he wanted this one. He wanted to make a statement to knock this Team USA team off. And he did just that. He was brilliant today. Brilliant on both ends of the floor. And the most ironic thing about Brooks, which was so funny, was that in the beginning of this tournament, when they're in Jakarta, Indonesia, when they get to the Philippines, he's getting booed. Dillon Brooks is getting booed out there. And by the end of this tournament, he's getting MVP chants. And shout out to the people of Manila. They're always great basketball fans. The Philippines, rabid, avid basketball fans. And they were great. They definitely deserved this tournament and to see good basketball, and they got just that. So by the end, Dillon Brooks was truly the MVP for Team Canada. Hey, salute to Team Canada, man. Yeah. You know, I'm a proud American, but I rock with the Maple Leafs, man. I told you guys I got family up there. I was out there last week watching Canada and Spain. Yeah, I might crack a Molson Ice or something to celebrate with my folks up there. Shout out to all my cousins out there. They might be watching right now. They should be watching right now. But let's talk about our guy R.J. Barrett, because he also would deliver for Team Canada, man. 23 points for star J. Broadway Barrett. 8 of 16 from the field. 4 of 8 from downtown. 7 boards. 2 dimes. Plus 21 on the night. One of the team highs. Plus 21 on the night. Great game by RJ. I thought he was great. He was efficient. He was knocking down his shots. Got to the free throw line. And hit the dagger in overtime to really seal it against his USA comrades. Once again, Shai Gilgeous operating, finds RJ top of the key 3, knocks it down, bang, bang, see you later. And that was that. So great job by RJ. You know, one of the things I really liked about RJ's game is that, you know, not the typical lefty drive to the basket or even the wide open threes. He had one play earlier in this game where he just simply went left off of a screen. He caught the ball on the elbow, went left off of a screen, and knocked down a nice little mid-range, a nice little step-back mid-range over Walker Kessler. I like that move by R.J. Barrett, man. When we talk about it, and you got to be very careful with the highlights because FIBA is on it like white on rice. They are on it. There's a good chance this video gets taken down, and then I got to put it back up without the highlights. But for right now, we'll take a chance because we're trying to illustrate the picture for the people. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that like button, hit that share button, subscribe to the channel. That nice little lefty mid-range step-back jumper, bring that to the NBA, RJ. We need that. Mix it up a little bit. I like that play. But overall, he was solid, man. He was solid. He got a chance to guard our guy, Jalen Brunson. He got a chance to guard, he was guarding a couple of guys, but he was definitely on Brunson a couple times. And so it was a good matchup. RJ goes home with the bronze medal and takes that home to the family, man. Great Great job by RJ Barrett and Team Canada. $127-118. Team Canada gets the bronze. And USA goes home with nothing, guys. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. Because outside of the game that Mikal Bridges had, and you know what? Ant-Man had the most points. He had 24 points. Reeves had 23. But they were so woeful on the other end of the court. I got to still give Mikal Bridges player of the game for Team USA. Ant-Man, he's got to work on a shot selection. He goes shot hunting way too much. His coach has called him out on that on the JJ Redick podcast. He's got to make better reads in terms of how he reads the defense and approaches the game. His mental approach has to change. That has to mature. Way too much shot hunting, and defensively, he was woeful. He called out Team USA's defense after this game, and he was one of the leaders of it. His defense was terrible in this game. Austin Reeves, same way. But Mikal Bridges, man, once again, 19 points, 6 of 12 from downtown, 6 of 12 from the field, 3, 6 from downtown, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Mikal Bridges was great, but not good enough because Team USA can't defend your grandmother. They give up 127 points to Canada. They give up, how much points did they give up to Germany and to Lithuania? Their defense was abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. He can't get stops. He's not going to win. They want to switch on everything, and they're getting abused out there. They're getting absolutely abused. Here was Steve Kerr in terms of Team USA's approach and defense, especially on one Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Here was Steve Kerr after the game. Here he goes.
Steve is the coach who deployed the double team against Shai, and Mikal is someone who is often in those double teams. Just what makes him so difficult to guard when the game's on the line like that?
He's nice. He's just slithery. He knows how to get out, get away from you. He's first team, I think, for a reason. So, he's just tough. I mean, he's an unbelievable player, and he's just really good.
Yeah, he's the one who guarded him, Mikal. He's got the best perspective, but we tried everything. When we doubled him, Brooks was making threes. When we didn't, he was making his pull-ups. So give those guys credit. They both played great.
He said, we tried everything. Think about that. You got one of the best defenders in all of the NBA, the best wing defender in the NBA, one of the best coaches in the NBA, championship coach. And think about where Shai Gilgeous-Alexander ranks amongst the game's best, where you have two of these guys absolutely flummoxed, could not solve the puzzle all night. He abused Mikal Bridges. He shredded the double teams. He made every right read in this game against Team USA's defense. They switched on him, killed him. They doubled him, found Dillon Brooks, found RJ for open jumpers. They send a delayed blitz. He's attacking the paint so that the defense can't get to him. Attack the paint, force the defense to rotate. You find some more open guys. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander carved them up all night long. And so despite Mikal Bridges' heroics, and this was a good one too, man. Check this out. Shout out to the announcers of this game because I didn't get a chance to look up who these announcers were, but they went absolutely ballistic on this Mikal Bridges play. Check this out right here. Mikal Bridges, like I said, down by 4, Team USA down by 4. He hits the first free throw, and check this out what happens next. Here's Mikal Bridges.
Oh, a good miss. The USA got it. Bridges from the corner. You have got to be kidding me. Unbelievable. A play for the ages at the FIBA.
And this right here is RJ. This is RJ's mom on the right side. RJ Barrett's mom. I'm not sure who that is on the left. That might be his grandma. This is RJ Barrett's mom on the right-hand side. Absolutely stunned at what just happened. And shout out to the commentator. He went ballistic. He was in his Gus Johnson bag. Mikal Bridges. That was hilarious. That's a soccer call, right, TM? That was hilarious, man. Hilarious. I thought all the FIBA commentators were great, man. They called it down the middle, very precise with the analysis of the game. I thought they were great. But that was a funny call, man. That was a funny call. But I say that to say, despite that was their best moment, because after that, this game goes into overtime, and SGA rips off the first 7 points for Team Canada, and that was it. Good night, the lights. Good night, the lights. For Team USA, a couple guys are out. No Pablo Banchero, no Brandon Ingram, and no Triple J. They started Walker Kessler at the 5. You know, mixed bag. We were looking for him earlier in the tournament. So there it is. There it is. So, again, with Team USA, where do you guys feel like this went wrong? Is this a failure for Team USA? They're going home with nothing. They sacrificed the entire offseason. These guys sacrificed the entire summer to go out to the Philippines, make the trek, a far trek, Abu Dhabi first, Philippines, all over, and come home with nothing. USA hasn't won this tournament since 2014. And shout out to Germany. Germany and Schroeder and those guys won it. Shout out to them. Well deserved. The most losses for Team USA, 3 since 2002. And there it is. Coming home with nothing. And this was an interesting comment by Rudy Gay. In case you guys care what Rudy Gay thinks, he says, nothing to do with coaching or whether it's a B or C team. These other countries have players that would die to be there. We have players that were chosen. What do you guys think about that comment by Rudy Gay? I think it's a little bit of both. The talent is not our A talent, as you'll see in the Olympics, because once the Olympics comes, you're going to have everybody on there. So, no, it's not our A team that could just go in and bulldoze everybody. Yes, you can question some of Steve Kerr's tactics and decisions in terms of rotations. Sure, all fair. But I don't just think it's just country pride and passion as to why Team USA lost. They had the talent to win it. They had the talent to win it, despite being a hodgepodge group, being thrown together within 3 weeks and coming together and to win. They made it to the knockout stage. They had the talent to get the job done. They couldn't get to stops. For a team that you just threw together, they made it far. So it's not just about, well, the country pride and these guys have passion. Yes, that is true. That is true. I mean, you take a look at, you know, as I said, Germany won the tournament, but take a look at some of the emotion from this game, from Team Serbia, from Germany. I mean, you had the Serbians in tears. That's what he means by country pride, and he's absolutely right on that. He's absolutely right on that. But, and you see the Germany coach, man, he was stressed out even after the win. My guy had to take a breather in the corner somewhere. He was so overwhelmed with the pressure. So as you see, for some of these countries, man, this is their life. This is their pride. This is they want to put on for the country. But at the same time, a lot of these teams, as was said on the broadcast, they have chemistry. They come together every summer. They're practicing together. They're getting to know one another. They're coming together. They're playing games. They have chemistry. Team USA, we can't do that. We have way more responsibilities. Got to get to the bag. Got to get your sponsorship money. Got to get to, Summer League. Got to do your endorsements. It's just different. So our process in terms of getting teams together is a lot different than every other team. These guys come to the dance as a well-oiled machine. Now, it's still no excuse. They still, to me, had the talent to win it. But their weaknesses were exposed. They were exposed. So, yeah, Germany won. Germany won. Germany beat Serbia and are taking the gold home. And boy, oh boy, all over the FIBA Twitter handles and all over, world champs, world champs. You know, everybody's still on that Noah Lyles stuff with the world champs because USA got knocked out and all that. I guess, whatever, you know, if you want to take stock into that, that's okay. So, it's clear that the World Cup is not a priority for the U.S. NBA players. The Olympics are. And when the Olympics rolls around, you're going to see probably the Chef and Tatum, and I think maybe they'll get Embiid on the team, and it'll be Dame, and maybe LeBron will jump in for one more. You know, he can't help but being on the main stage at all times. So maybe LeBron jumps into the mix. It'll be a completely different team. Maybe it's Bam. You know, maybe Bam jumps in there. Donovan Mitchell. So you can expect Team USA to retool and bring a better team to the dance. But to come home with nothing, it's still a L. It's a major L. It's still a major L. To come home with nothing. These guys sacrificed their offseason, their summer, and everything. And that's that. JJ says a lot of teams didn't have its A players. Yeah, look, Serbia didn't have Jokic. Serbia didn't have Jokic. Nikola Jovic had a great tournament as well. He's going to be a player for the Miami Heat. House Flan says Embiid isn't a U.S. citizen. He is. He's a U.S. citizen, French, and Cameroon. So he's got options. Ralph Squateri says, not our talent, poor choices on personnel. We were way too small for FIBA. They needed a real center. Joel Embiid. Yeah. 1000 says, none of these players are getting an invite back to Paris. No, look, I think players will be back. I think Mikal Bridges will be on that team if they want to be. I think Mikal Bridges will have a spot. I think Anthony Edwards will have a spot. Maybe a guy like a Josh Hart. Brunson we'll see, depending on how many guards they bring on. Halliburton could get on. That's probably it. And maybe probably Triple J. Jaren Jackson Jr. So that's that. But, I mean, look, this is the process that USA comes to the dance with, whether it's World Cup or Olympics. They throw the team together and hope that the talent can win out. And in these situations, as you see, the world has caught up. The world has caught on. They have talent as well, but they have chemistry. They have chemistry. And that's a tough thing for the USA to put together on short notice. So you could expect the USA to retool. How will Team Canada retool for next summer? Here was Dillon Brooks, courtesy of our guy Arash Madani. Here was Dillon Brooks on how he intends to recruit Canada's best to Paris. Here he is.
Now, what's your recruiting pitch after tasting this all summer with a medal around your neck? What's your recruiting pitch to the dudes who aren't here about locking it in for 2024?
We want gold. We know each and every team is reeing up, for the Olympics, and we haven't been to the Olympics since 2000, since our general manager's been there, running around, flying around. So, we just want the best team possible that we can put out there, and compete at a high level. And we got a great coach in Jordy that loves Canada, loves working with us, has great schemes, great patience, great camaraderie for us, and keeps us engaged. So we have all the pieces, all the tangibles. We just gotta be ready throughout the season. Keep getting better each and every day, each and every month. And then when we come back together, it's locked in. It's ready to go get that goal.
All right, so that was Dillon Brooks. And what will Team Canada look like next summer? Jamal Murray, paging Jamal Murray. Mathurin, Wiggins. It's going to be interesting. Going to be interesting to see how this Canada roster takes shape. But I like their approach. You got to like how they're built with Brooks and Dort. Defensively, they're stout. They got Kelly Olynyk, the captain of the team. He'll be there. I like Kelly Olynyk's game. He's got a FIBA type of game. He's a player I always wanted on the Knicks. And obviously, it starts with the head of the snake, SGA, R.J. Barrett as well. Thought R.J. Barrett finished the tournament very well, especially from an efficiency standpoint. Now, for Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart, 10 points for Hart on 22 minutes, 4-4 from the field, 2 dimes. You know, Josh Hart type of game, try to get active on both ends of the court. Was another person who couldn't slow down SGA, who could. Jalen Brunson, 13 points, 5 for 11 from the field. 2 assists for Brunson as well. They made it tough for him. You know, he got his opportunities, he got his buckets, but Lou Dort was a tough one. Lou Dort was guarding Brunson for the majority of this game, and Lou Dort's tough. They sent a lot of their size after Brunson. Dort, Dillon Brooks, and R.J. Barrett. Those were the guys that found themselves on Jalen Brunson a lot of the times. SGA guarded him sparingly, but he had a lot of size, he had a lot of length and wingspan on Brunson, so they made it tough on him. And once again, in crunch time, he found himself back into the game in overtime when Josh Hart fouled out, but wasn't enough. It's not even the offense. Again, it's not even the offense. USA could not stop anybody over the last 3 games, and this is why they're going home with nothing. They couldn't play defense. Couldn't play defense. So, there that is. Now, this game started at 5:40 a.m. Eastern time. I don't know who was up watching it live in the U.S. I certainly wasn't. I decided to catch the replay. I was on a replay gang. Went out last night, took the lady out last night, had a nice dinner. Then tapped into some UFC 293. Who saw UFC 293? I don't know if you guys are UFC heads in the chat. But my guy Israel Adesanya lost the strap last night, lost the belt. Shout out to Sean Strickland. Excellent fight game plan by Sean Strickland, taking the middleweight championship from Israel Adesanya, number 6 ranked middleweight in the world. That's why I rock with UFC too, man, because it's unpredictable. You know, boxing is just like, you know, the boxing heads. We saw the Spencer and Crawford fight. Didn't live up to the hype as you expected. And it's just, you know, it doesn't have that aura of unpredictability like UFC does. The UFC, anybody can get their head knocked off at any time in any round. And Adesanya almost lost in the first round. Bo Ismail in chat says, Izzy got worked. Yeah, he did. I don't know what after he got his chin checked in the first round, I thought he was a bit scared. I thought he was a bit scared of Strickland, who's not known to be a power puncher, but is an accurate striker. And accurate he was. Tapped Izzy's jaw. And that was that. So, there that is, man. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button. 127 to 118, the USA goes down to Canada. We the North going home with the bronze. An excellent job once again by Team Canada, getting the program back on the map and getting a medal. They qualify for the Olympics. They go home with a bronze medal. Win, win, win. Get the program back on track. And a memorable run in this World Cup. Get a medal in the World Cup for the first time. There you go. Hats off to them. As I said, a memorable time for Team Canada. And for you guys at home, man, check out today's sponsor, NBA2K Mobile, because we just talked about Canada's memorable FIBA World Cup run. Well, our friends at NBA2K Mobile wants you to create your own memories on this game. Go ahead and download it in the App Store or the Google Play Store. NBA2K Mobile. Pretty much have it your way in terms of fantasy basketball. You guys know my team is the Knicks, but on NBA2K Mobile, my Knicks team right now is comprised of Damian Lillard, Kobe Bryant, Jason Tatum, Bill Russell, and John Collins. Now, how do you get that? Because in NBA2K Mobile, with their virtual cards, when you accomplish different objectives in the game, or you play different modes such as the drills or the crews where you can create your own character and play 3-on-3, 5-on-5, or you play the tourney mode and complete games, you unlock virtual cards. When you flip the cards over, that's when you get access to classic players, present-day players, all-stars, Hall of Famers, so on and so forth, and then you can mix and match your team that way. So it's a real cool experience. It's free to play, and so all you got to do is go to the App Store, go to the Google Play Store, and download NBA2K Mobile. And for our viewers, use this code TATUM2K Mobile for an exclusive Jason Tatum Pearl tier card. Once again, that's Tatum, Tatum 2K Mobile, Mobile, for an exclusive Jason Tatum Pearl tier card. All right? So salute to everybody in the chat, man. So this one is over in the books. And that was that. I thought the tournament was still good. Even though USA is coming home with nothing, I enjoyed the tournament. I like to see different teams mix it up. I'm a guy that roots for the underdogs as well. So, you know, Serbia had a good run. Germany obviously winning it. Lithuania had their moments in the sun. Spain, Canada. It's nice. It was nice to see. But for Team USA, they got to get their act together, get the team in order, and get back to American dominance in the Olympics. But either way, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Let's enjoy the rest of this football Sunday. Let's go Giants. Let's go Jets. And remember that this show is available in audio podcast format, man. No reason to miss it. Catch it on all major podcast platforms. We got you covered. Their number one show for the fans, by the fans. Number one podcast for the fans, by the fans. This is the NBA Report and also Knicks Fan TV. So now the World Cup is out the way. We will get you guys ready for the NBA season with nonstop content on both channels. So make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel. That's how you support us. That's how you tap into the YouTube algorithm so that we get more people in the chat, more people on the phone lines, on the Discord to get it in, man. So anyway, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday and enjoy the rest of your week. See you at the franchise.